Memorial Day weekend is upon us, and many folks will be taking to the roads.
We're actually forecasting a record number of travelers for this Memorial Day period. So we're projecting 45.1 million people are going to be traveling. That's an increase over last year by 1.4 million people, which is significant. Road trips are king. As always, 87% of folks are going to be traveling by car. So that's going to amount to 39.4 million people. That's an increase of about 1 million people over last year. You know, gas is 50 cents cheaper a gallon than last year. Massachusetts, we expect about 1 million people to travel in and out or through Massachusetts over the holiday period. So that's locals heading out, and that's folks coming to visit, as well as people just making their way through as they head up north or south.
AAA spokesperson Mark Shieldrop tells WATD News that travel is expected to be especially heavy on Friday.
We expected travel to really start picking up on Thursday, but as we know, a big nor'easter came through and made travel conditions really terrible. And by and large, it seems like a lot of folks decided to avoid driving in those conditions, which is certainly a smart thing to do for safety. So many folks are going to be taking the road from Friday on. The worst travel times are going to be into 8 p.m., so anybody who wants to get ahead of the traffic, they should have gotten on the road as early as they possibly could. The return home is going to be busy in the afternoon on Memorial Day Monday from 4 to 7 p.m., with the best travel time to be before 2 p.m. So that may be cutting it short for folks because Monday looks to be pretty favorable weather-wise. So I have a suspicion that a lot of folks are going to try to find a way to make Tuesday the day they drive home.
Shieldrop says there also seems to be a slight increase in air travel.
So this year we're expecting about 3.6 million folks to fly. That's an increase over 3.55 million over last year. So not as much growth nearly as auto travel. So that may be an indication that some folks are deciding to stay a little closer to home this year. International travel has started to see some slowdown in terms of folks flying out as well as foreign travelers coming to the United States. Business travel is also being affected, but overall leisure travel is still holding steady. When we look at the strength of the dollar, it's weakened quite a bit compared to last year. So I think when folks are looking at the cost for a trip to Europe for a week compared to a road trip here at home, the balance has shifted back a bit to staying closer to home. So I think that trend is beginning to show up.
And cruising.
And many of those folks are going to be flying to cities where there are ports that they can get on a cruise ship, because we're actually expecting growth in other forms of travel to increase quite a bit over last year to more than 2 million folks with with cruising in particular, really seeing a lot of growth with growth in cruising up 8.5% over last year. So cruising is certainly a big thing right now. So that's going to be a factor as well this weekend.
Shieldrop says more people also seem to be riding the rails.
We have seen a lot of interest in train travel. In particular, we're seeing some growth there where folks are finding it very appealing. Maybe they're tired of driving, and there's something to be said about riding on a train and gliding on those tracks while relaxing. So we have seen some growth there.
Shieldrop says gas prices are also lower than last year, which is likely encouraging more people to travel. Dan McCready, WATD News.